In 1642, theatre was made illegal, but theatre didn't die. Now, the actors of the time can be divided into three broad categories. First, there were the actors who were so good at their craft, they're the elite, the tiny portion. These were the ones whose names carried weight abroad. These are the ones who had achieved real celebrity, the masters. These tiny elites could simply emigrate. They could travel to other countries where theatre was still legal, and they could continue plying their trade. They continued acting where it was still legal because they were that good. Now, this was the smallest group of actors, the elite. That's not us. Then there was, oh, come in, take a seat. In 1642, it's illegal. Then there was the second group of actors. Now, this was your average actor. This accounts for the vast majority. It was very standard for an actor of the time to have apprenticed in a more conventional, non-artistic trade. And even if they hadn't apprenticed in that trade, they would likely have some relatives, some family who would have grounding in a family business. These actors, the average Joes, they could simply sidestep into something more stable, something fundamentally legal. And these actors, the majority of the actors, they carried on. Oh, come in. In 1642, right? So these guys, they carried on their lives, and they lived their lives whether they were stable or unstable, happy or unhappy. They were fundamentally legal. Now, this was the average group of actors. This was the largest amount. And that's not us either. Then there was the third type of actor. Now, these are the ones who weren't good enough at acting to do that anywhere else, but also weren't good enough at anything else to do that instead of acting. And that's us! This point really can't be overstated. These were the people who couldn't do anything else. These actors, for the most part, they took to drink. While they were taking drink, they came up with the idea of creating these things called drolls. Now, to create drolls, they, for the most part, took popular scenes from popular plays of the Renaissance, and they shoved them all together. They cut out most of the narrative sense, that they cut out all the literary value, and they threw in some extra gags, some dick jokes, some farts, sung a couple of songs, and they shouted them very loudly at people in pubs and back alleys. And they would quickly pass the hat for a little bit of loose change to pay for drinks and food, and then they would run off before the authorities found them. Half the time, they were dragged off to jail before they could get to the end of their performances. The arrest records survive. Some of the drolls are original pieces. The majority are cut and shoved together and created from popular plays. All of them, and this is an important thing to remember, were performed by bad actors. Bad actors who were criminals. These were performed without any kind of literal physical stage, on the run, in back alleys, in back rooms, in street corners, whatever. They were performed with the bare minimum of props, the bare minimum of costumes, just whatever the itinerant criminal actors could shove on their back and run away. No, come in. In 1642, we'll just start before more people come. Okay, so they would usually begin with a song. Often it would be a sort of morality piece, something instructional, just as plausible deniability in case the authorities did come in and shut everything down. So in a moment we'll have James Carney. Yes, start in the same vein.
Oh, once I was happy, I had a good wife, I had plenty of money to last me for life. Then I met a girl and we went on a spree. She taught me smoking and drinking whiskey. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild words. They'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. They'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes are the bane of the whole human race. I'm mad as a monkey with one in his face. Take warning, dear stranger, take warning, dear brother. There's a fire on one end, a fool on the t'other. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. They'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. They'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. And now when I die, right kiss on my grave. For whiskey and women, here lies a poor slave. Take warning, dear stranger, take warning, dear friend. And then in big letters write this at the end. Cigarettes and whiskey and wow women. They'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wow women. They'll drive you crazy, they'll drive you insane. Hooray!
Thereabouts am I to meet this beauty.
Oh, wait and see. He's come.
Well, John, you are prepared for murder.
Oh, have mercy on the barber, I say.
I will have no mercy, for he hath made a whore of one that for aught I know is a most honourable woman, and a cuckold of one that ought to have been a courtier, for which abominable deed I am scorned to show myself a Christian.
Nay, but consider he is a man, however, and you can boast yourself to be no more. Although you have the spirit of a giant, you have your weapons here as if you meant to kill him 20 times.
Troth, it is too much.
If I bait him in ace of 40, call me coxcomb. I will draw his teeth out one by one with an instrument called a pair of tongues. I will let him blood in the right vein, and bid the devil take him in his own peril.
Wait, well, let me prevail to calm thy rage and take acquaintance of this gentleman here, a worthy friend of mine.
Do you long to be acquainted with me, sir?
By any means, sir.
'Tis granted then. I will toss a can or a pot with you presently. Would the barber were dead in that house over there, and my business here over.
What's your profession, sir? How may I call you?
My name's John Swabber. I'm a seaman. There we go. An officer of the ship, sir.
I cry you mercy, sir.
They never cry for the matter. But I had forgot the barber all this while, barber! Come forth, oh, by the beard of my great-grandfather, I will so machado, so pasado, so carbonaro thee, that would look like a gallimore for all the days of thy life. Come forth, I say!
Why, neighbour Swabber, who provokes you thus? What do you mean? Who has offended you?
Oh, slave of all slaves. Who hath offended me while thou hast? Thou base, beastly, boisterous, baldy-faced barber, thou hast made me fit to chew the cud with oxen. I know. Thou hast made me fit to climb mountains with wild goats. Thou hast made me fit to keep company with none but ram-headed people. For which abominable act I intend to hang thee up at 12 months or a day the next signpost alive, as example to all such notable shavers. But if thou wilt comest and submittest to my mercy, I shall do thee the favour and let thee hang till thou be dead.
Francisco,
I'm angry over here.
Wager, this fellow is a rank coward. Keep you his fury up, and I'll persuade the barber to a greater vein of roaring that will e'er see my suburb blade. I'll make him at least seem valiant. Fear not.
Do, if it be possible, or hold him in discourse. But why, neighbour Swabber, what if he doth compound with you? Will you be one to take an arm or two or both his legs and save his other members?
It's not his arms or his legs that I stand upon. He has caused me to go in danger of my life. Oh, yeah. The other day, I happened to be passing a worshipful gentleman's pack of hinds, who no sooner looked upon my face than set after me in such full cry that I, for fear, left a scent behind me, which they knew me as perfectly by as if I'd been a stag. But I not gained the shelter of some great man's house, I would, without doubt, have been presented to some great man of venison, and had the orgies baked by this time.
Oh, you were in danger there, I must confess.
I know. And the butcher's dogs still take me for a bull. They fetch such courses at me.
Well, if I were
Stumbled a little bit
if I were you, well, it's actually his line, but I'll take it. I would revenge it were I as you.
I would revenge it as well.
He would not have him a tool left him to work with.
No, not to play with, neither. You see, I would have an inch of every tool what he has. There we go. Father, come forth, or I shall enter thy house by force, beat thee down the stairs, and send thee up an errand headlong. But if thou come, submit to me, then I shall shave thee to death with thine own razor.
take its course.
With whom? What's the matter?
Oh, the barber is preparing for combat. Yes, he's taken a pole for his lance and one of his basins for a buckler, and he means to make you the windmill, while he plays Don Quixote against you most furiously.
A windmill? Never not be gone.
No, where you will not offer that sword, what afraid?
One man would not be afeard. First, to be made a cuckold, then a windmill. I will go away and come again to kill him when I may find him in a better humour.
No, you will not offer that. Sure, he will call you coward, proclaim you cuckold in every alehouse still. What a disgraceful that is.
It's better to be a cuckold than a windmill. If he had meant to make an ass, or a puppy, or any such Christian-like creature of me, 'twere another matter, but to be made a windmill. Never to be respected, but when the wind blows. 'Tis not to be endured. No, let him make windmills of my weapons, if he will, for my own part. I shall defend myself with my heels.
Come, I have brought him to a better temper. He will come armed with nothing.
Well, no one's trying to stop me leaving, so... Well, if he does not spoil my drinking, I am content. But hark you, if he should hurt me, I'll be as angry as a tiger.
Where is this slave that hath provoked my rage to his destruction? I will swinge this boar and hang him up for bacon in my chimney, and then send him to be broiled for Pluto's breakfast.
But that is worse than to be made a windmill. Pray, sirrah, if ever you have felt the fit of an ague upon you, or known the trembling of a mind troubled in conscience and be loath to die, that has made even with all the world, I pray, consider me. My trousers are falling down. Please do them up. Thank you. Careful, folks. Careful. Thank you. Alas, I have my rent to pay yet. If I should be sent to hell of an errand, you will like my company so well, I shall never come back again. Oh, I pray, persuade him to send me to Jerusalem or Jericho or any other such place near the hand.
Canst thou excuse thyself? Where are thy
As
brains?
my brains have fallen into my breeches. Oh, what did you do? This doesn't feel right. But if thou wilt stand betwixt myself and harm, I shall endeavour to reconcile to myself to him. God! Catbeard, honest Catbeard, didst not thou think that I was in earnest all this while?
Whate'er thou wert, thou shalt be nothing presently. Death, wait for thee. Come quickly, I command.
I pray persuade me to death to have patience for 50 years. much business in this world yet.
Shall I be died with? Hold me back. Let me approach him! All the entreaties in the world will not preserve his life beyond 6 minutes.
1 minute is gone already. And that's 2.
Nay, prithee, Cupid, be more merciful.
3, 4, 5.
No entreaty, sir. Then take your course.
Oh, God's sakes! I am gone!
If he submits, he may live. Let him know it.
Ready?
Dost thou acknowledge thy own cowardice and my heroic valor?
Almighty Hercules, I do confess myself to be but a pygmy, and will think myself so all the days of my life. These gentlemen be my witnesses.
Well then, all is well again.
Remember, Captain.
Oh, sure.
I'll spice him, fear not. Give her thy hand, Jack!
There we go.
Thus do I grasp thy friendship.
Oh, it grasps it devilish hard, though.
I here proclaim thy wife to be a Venus.
Oh, rare. Is she Venus? That's more than ever I knew, but Eve. Oh, that's better for all concerned. If she be a Venus, then and I shall be her husband, Cupid.
No, Cupid was her son.
No matter! He shall be her husband for once. We two together shall create such an abundance of Cupid that all the world will be in love with one another. Oh, yes. Oh, the whole lot of you.
Since we are reconciled, honest swallow, and have fixed your trousers.
Thank you. I don't know what they did with them.
Tangled up. I don't know anything about this sort of thing.
Stupid.
Since we are reconciled,
You did my trousers and everything. Thanks. Cut.
you're welcome. Know that I will make the whole world dote on thee. Having already fixed your trousers, I will now wash your face, powder thee to the purpose, and shave thee too, if thou wilt.
I am loath to venture my throat beneath thy fingers, but as for washing and powdering, I am content.
Sit down then, in this chair.
Where did that come from?
Found out beneath one of the other actors.
That's what you call them, is it? What shall I do with this?
Sit down upon this chair. Look upon this powder. The snow is nothing to it.
Oh, look at it.
'Twill create upon thy visage such a complexion that no art did ever set upon the brow of the proudest lady.
But gentle Cupid, how will I do for all the ladies who will follow me for kisses? Thou makest me too beautiful. My lips will be worn threadbare before I get home, and my own dear Parnell gets the least share of her sweet husband.
That will take a course. Wink, wink, good Jack, my ball will search your eyes, else.
And my eyes are honest and fear no searching. Yep, to do. Yep. Ah.
First we'll dry you off.
Oh, good. Oh,
Nice and gently.
oh, right. Slowly. Oh, Lord, pent up frustration. It's been a hard day. Oh, yes. Oh, I can feel it work.
Now do I begin to sprucify thy physiognomy.
Oh, yes. There we are. Go on. Here.
This powder was extracted from the phoenix when she last burnt herself, and is indeed the quintessence of odors.
It is as odious as ever I smell. I'm feeling Cupid, let me have enough.
Nay, I will spare no cost.
Good.
Now here comes
Golly. Oh, dear me.
artistry.
Oh, yes. Oh, golly.
Ah, yes.
Murder on the core.
Just wait for them. Here comes later on. Oh, yes. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love
I'm all right. I love it. Oh. Line. Oh.
it. You're gonna love it, Tim.
Oh. Oh, good. Oh, it's taking a bit longer than usual.
It's the translation.
Translation.
There we go. Good enough. Judge, gentlemen, is he not strangely altered?
Past belief! Not my mistress saw him now. My hopes would soon be cooled.
I must have naught to do but with great personages, for I must not be made common.
What this fellow will come to, no man knows. But his fame, no doubt, will travel across all countries, and I'm resolved, in my opinion, that the Queen herself shall run mad for him.
Oh, nay. Let her run mad as a March hare, she gets not a bit. Parnell and my neighbours shall have all.
Now, if the painters will draw Adonis Hour, let them come here for copies. So I have done.
Let me look at glass, Cupid.
Yes. By no means. Why, did you never hear of one Narcissus? He that pined away for love of his own shadow. No! Go! Let Parnell see you and bless herself with wonder.
Oh, gentle Cupid, this This fellow here, if they're on wheels. He's a worthy friend of mine, I pray. Bestow on his face some of that same powder.
No! You shall be beautiful alone.
My friend, it is best.
It is best.
Well, if it's best, then Parnell! I come. And, if she be'st not stupid, she'll say Jack Swabber is akin to Cupid. Yes. He got it. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Well, Cupid, thou hast dressed him most handsomely. I would buy when he discovers what beauty is adorned withal.
Well, this day I am to meet with pretty Parnell. Pray heaven the fool be absent when I come. If you'll meet me, gentlemen, some 2 hours hence, I will tell you how he takes his transmigrations.
Oh, we will not fail you. Farewell. I wonder that the barbican's not here. I wonder that he doesn't clap me so. Well, I will fit him. If he use me again thus basely, I will cashier him and bestow my affections upon one more constant. 40-to-1 swabber will come before him and spoil all. What's in it? The clothes and walk of my dear husband, but I'll lay my life he's got a vizard on. No, you'll frighten me presently. Take heed.
She does not know me, that's excellent. No, Parnell, believe it, I am flesh and blood. I would not have you take me for some goddess.
A goddess, quotha! A shit one, if you be one. What hast thou got upon thy face, pretty?
Nay, look not too wistfully upon my beauty, for thy eyes shall be put out else, and then I shall have the charge of a dog and bell for them.
Dog and a fool's head.
No, do not touch me! Not unless you would make 40 clapses first. Come! Kiss me, and be driven out of thy wits presently.
I see. He's had a trick put upon him. I should get you a glass that you might behold thy beauty.
Do, and I shall know what it is to be in love with myself. Yes, that's right, self-esteem. Oh, yes. How shall I require honest Cupid by this hand? I think I will make him the barber to all of my wenches. Good as she is.
And admire thyself. Art thou not wondrous fair?
Oh. Parnell?
Yeah.
I think I will kill the barber.
Like you say, that's the barber, you say.
I'm Parnell Pretty, and I mean to go fetch a company of my fellow sailors, drag him out, and hang him up in the main yard presently, Parnell. If I should be apprehended for the death of Cupid, I pray, send me a clean shirt, for I shall have need on it. Slam.
Oh, Cupid, I commend thee for this project. Would thou were here, I would kiss thee for the jest's sake. Oh. You're here, sir?
Yes! I watched the time, my Parnell, and have found it. How does the gull become his feathers? Ha!
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 So I would have Here! Take this kiss! And this!
What?
Fuck it! For the device! hardly worse than apprentices a suburb board. A Shrove Tuesday.
Oh, those same water rats are devilish things. How would a slave was I to use himself?
How canst thou be afeard when I am near? Milksop, avaunt! Where's my hat?
Father, by this hand I would fight with a whole army if thou possessed the word. Prithee be reconciled.
Wife! Why is the door thus barred?
Oh, my husband's come. What shall I do?
Let me into the well if thou thinkest good, or hang me up in the chimney instead of bacon.
Alas, it's full of hazard. No device.
Puss, wife! Must I wait half the day?
Dang, the petticoat's fallen off. I'm coming presently. Right, I've got it. Take this biggin I made for my child that is at nurse, and cram thyself into this cradle. There is no other way. Therefore, dispatch.
Thou never thinkst upon my beard. That will betray all presently.
Never fear, I'll tell you are born with it. Quick, I say.
Necessity compels me. Bring me off this brunt once and I'll have the smock no more. Cover me close, good Parnell.
Because, now, when he prattles to you, look that you sneer in his face and you call him Dad. Do you hear? Right, that's the plan then.
Why, you proud Betty Bibish Haunted Parnell, why did you make me wait so long?
Oh, I would have come ere long if the child had not cried so.
Child? What child? Have you got bastards here?
Bastards. Bastards.
Bastards?
Bastards.
Bastards?
They are your own. Simon's come home. The child I bore to you a 12-month hence when you were at sea.
Is he come home? Oh, then as I'm an honest man, I'm glad I show me to him by now. Let's go.
The silliest child you ever did see. And as like you as if you'd borne him all thyself.
Whoop! There's a boy about 12 months old! If he grows thus much the next day, he shall fight with a giant presently! Oh, Parnell! Parnell! He has a great beard! How comes that?
Born with it. Children are. Sometimes. And it is a sign that he's a goodly boy and will be a man betimes, and a wise and discreet one too.
Dad. Nay, he is a wise, discreet one! I do perceive it, and knows me as dad at first sight! Oh, this is a good day! Come, fetch me some milk, Parnell, I would see it eat!
Oh, nay, no. I fed him but just now. Pretty John, be patient.
No, he has been starved at nurse, and we must make him fat. You are a fool. Go, fetch the milk, I say.
I will not. You'll spoil the child.
I saw some standing in the next room. I'll go fetch it myself, so I will.
What will you do? I mingled batter for pancakes just now. He'll bring that, I lay my life.
Mercy upon me, I shall be crammed to death.
You must endure. He can't stay close to...
That's right, folks.
Dad!
Here's milk for this, Simon! See how greedily he eats it, Parnell!
John, you will choke the child.
No, I need to make him grow as high as balls and show him as a wanderer Bartholomew Fair!
They don't usually sell them this big.
Come on, this is going. Fetch me another!
Hey, John, you think I mean to murder the child?
By for the milkwoman and fetch a whole gallon, so I will.
Lord. You must go now. Because when he comes back, you'll choke you to death for sure, Pod.
Pox upon him! Never was child thus fed. What will you do now?
I'll get my own child and the neighbours. I'll say the fairies have exchanged it all. Come on, off you go.
Send thee good luck. Farewell, Barnell.
Right.
Give me some of that.
Well, if this shall serve him for a Simon, then all will be well again.
I'm back.
Maybe. Oh, here he comes.
Come, bring him to me, Barnell. I shall feed him till his guts crack again.
Oh, John.
Quite a lot to take.
John.
Good night, Ray.
It's not good paper. Dear me. Time to go.
Yeah, I'll go on now.
Yeah.
I went back just to the other room, you see, and when my back was turned, the fairies came, and they exchanged him.
Oh no!
Look what a little thing they've left in this place.
No, I left none of it. Go fetch me Simon!
No.
Tell the fairies I will indict them into sessions for this!
Oh, no.
Oh, Simon, what has become of the...
Oh, John, take on not so things.
They're the goodliest boy of his age that ever man saw. For sure. Well, this has an area beard. No, I'll have none of it. Fetch me Simon!
How now, Jack?
Simon!
What in a passion? 'Twas I that jacked up thy face, and thou did think it was cut.
I care not for faces! Simon is gone! Simon! Who had a beard as good as Cuphead's here. The fairies have exchanged them, and see what a shitty face they have left in it. A thing of nothing for him.
Come, you must use this they have left with courtesy. Otherwise, they will whip Simon every day. I know the nature of them.
Will this? Then I must make much of it.
Aye, and you must also be friends with Cutbeard too.
And with all my heart.
Good man.
For I am angry with none but the fairies now.
Well, we have brought music and neighbours, and we mean to have a dance. Come, John.
I can dance over the melancholy dance. I'm in a grievous stump for silence still.
I warrant thee. Strike up there.
Oh! Didn't we have a lovely time?
The day I dressed like a baby.
We played a trick.
I sat on his dick.
Let's dance around the shady face, baby!
Why, that's no time is counted lost when civil mirth is gained at such small cost.
You're applauded. I just think pretty highbrow stuff. Oh. Now, obviously that was all pretty ludicrous. But that's sort of the point. It really is no exaggeration to say that these were performed by people who were only acting because there was no other place for them in society. The people performing these could not only not act legally, but they weren't capable of doing anything else legally. Right? These were people who chose to act not because they cared about the craft or for any other reason other than they simply couldn't do anything else. And not in a good way. But that doesn't mean that it's worthless. For 20 odd years, this is the only kind of acting, of performance, of theatre that you could go to see for the most part. For centuries, the Drolls have been dismissed because if you look at because at first glance, they're simply, more often than not, they're simply collected scenes from other plays. But they're more than that. There are changes to them. They're tight edits, and some of them are pretty good. The Midsummer Night's Dream edit it's the first edit that we have of a Shakespeare, first definite performance edit that we have. It is one of the earliest, if not the earliest, Shakespearean adaptation that we have, and it's really good. It's a really lovely, tight, funny edit. These are stupid plays, but they are not just scenes from other texts. They're things in their own right. These are versions of plays that have been altered to be performed on the road, surreptitiously, without real props, without real costumes, and certainly without any kind of ticketing system, without any literal stage, without any of the economic rigmarole that goes around it. These have significance. For years, for hundreds of years, the history of theatre, Shakespearean studies, and English literature in general have actively taught that these don't exist. That when the interregnum comes, theatre just stops happening until the Restoration. That the performative tradition that we have today is not the performative tradition of Shakespeare. That ours only goes back so far as the Restoration stage, and that Shakespeare's tradition died out in 1642. That just isn't true. The only way in which that is true is if these don't count as theatre. And I cannot believe you would say these don't count as theatre. But it's true. The actors of a Shakespearean stage grew up on the medieval theatre. And that instructed them on performance. That suffused them. That was their popular culture. In the exact same way, the actors of the Restoration stage grew up knowing only these. Knowing only this stupid stuff. These influenced the Restoration stage just as much as the medieval theatre influenced the Elizabethan stage. There's every reason to think that women might have performed in these illegal plays. Why wouldn't they? They're illegal anyway, and it would have been a huge draw to have women performing in them. And if that was the case, if that did happen, and of course there's very little hard evidence for anything in these plays, right? So there's no hard evidence for it, but it's a solid theory. And if that's the case, then that would have laid the groundwork for the Restoration stage's legalization of women performers. Essentially, you can, from these, trace a direct line. On the Restoration stage, we find these things that are called drolls still getting performed. They're more often than not sort of silent comedies, which are sort of warm-up acts at the beginning of grand nights of theatrical entertainment on the theatres Royal, Drury Lane and so on. And it's this particular formula, this droll formula of the 18th century, which in the 19th century becomes musical, which comes over here becomes vaudeville. It's from vaudeville that we get sketch comedy, and it's from there that we get stand-up comedy. It's from there that we get modern comedy. It is no exaggeration to say that thanks to these, you can find anything. Fawlty Towers and Monty Python, or Family Guy and American Dad, and you can see the same gag, the same jokes, the same archetypes in all of them, as you can in the vaudeville and musical stages. And in there you can see the same as you see on the Restoration stage. And from the Restoration stage, you can trace it back through these missing link drolls through to the Caroline stage, the Jacobean stage, the Shakespearean stage, and even earlier to Chaucer, to plays whose texts have long been forgotten and whose writers no longer have names, but who survive thanks to these gags, which were passed on in a living tradition of performance, which thanks to these, we still have today, unbroken. I'm not saying this should be the new canon, but since the 17th century, the collection of drolls which exists, there's about 27 odd of them. The posthumous collection of Robert Cox, the only named performer of the Drolls. We have his arrest records, and by all accounts, he wasn't very good. They were published in the 17th century, and since then they've been published only once, and that was in 1932. For hundreds of years, we have taught that these don't exist. And I'm not saying that this should be the beginning of every single course in history or theatre or Shakespeare, but I do believe that we owe these missing links, which kept that performative tradition alive. I believe that we owe it to them to at least acknowledge their existence. To that end, thank you very much for inviting us all here, and thank you very much for coming to see us. Thank you.
Tis to you I speak, good counsel's here for you, if it you would take. In thy pockets may save thee many a crown, wherever thou walkest in city or town.
It's not a good fellow, I've been many a year, and much have I spent in wine and
from cliff. But so long as I breathe, my kind of says she was great.
Come on
Now,
now, boy, that's welcome to me.
and it's no may never, no may never, no more. Will I play the water over? No, no more. You have been my husband this full 15 years, and I spent many pounds in wine and strong beer. You have romantic in ale houses day after day, and wasted your time and your money